Well, good afternoon. Just a little update for you. We've had a complaint about the YouTube channel and we're not happy. Now, it's not a serious complaint really. Basically, we were recently back in Fleetwood where we used to live and we met up with some friends. And one of the friends said that whenever we post anything and we say, oh, we're at this site or that site, they have to jump on Google or another search engine and actually find out where we are. So from this point forward, whenever we say we're on a campsite, we will say what city it's near, what town, what county, country, whatever. But yes, we won't have people using Google. We don't want that kind of thing in our life. So anyway, whilst at Fleetwood, we decided that we were going to do a stopover. So Fleetwood has a place called Central Car Park, which is designated for motorhomes to stop over. So we thought we'll go up there, we'll pay our £5 and we'll spend the night. Plenty of other motorhomes do it, and in fact there was about half a dozen there when we went. And then there was the incident at 1:20 in the morning where some so-and-sos decided that they were going to bang on the door. Now, only in Britain would you get them actually banging on the habitation door. I'm sure anywhere else in the world they wouldn't actually come to the door to try and wake you up.
It was actually quite intimidating because obviously you're in bed with no clothes on or anything.
Can we not discuss that we sleep naked? Thank you.
It's quite scary actually.
So they were revving their engine, beeping the horn. Adults, you know,
flashing the lights on and off.
Old enough to drive a car, but not old enough to have a brain cell apparently. So I was probably quite stupid and I went out after them, because at the end of the day I'm trying to defend my home, my dogs, and most importantly my wife. So I went out and
like an idiot,
and they just reversed up the car park. It's quite a long car park, so they just reversed up out the way, turned the lights off. So I went walking up towards them, to try and give them a mouthful, and they started creeping forward really slowly. So I went round behind someone else's motorhome and thought I'll creep round behind them and I'll get a photo of the number plate, and then the following morning I could look round Fleetwood, find the car and empty the toilet cassette all over it. That was my plan anyway.
Luckily Scott looks like one of the Mitchell brothers, even though he's a southern softie.
Right, I don't know why I'm getting this abuse now, because someone didn't want to be on camera today. So anyway, back to the story. So I crept up behind them, and unfortunately every time I tried to get a photo they seemed to touch the brakes, so it just like overexposed and I never got the photo. So after about 2 or 3 minutes of walking down the car park, I managed to get right up to the driver's window and staring in at them just to see if they'd be intimidated and drive off. But no, it didn't seem to have any effect on them and they just carried on for a while. But then they must have got bored after about 20 minutes. So following this, I actually put this incident on a couple of the motorhome groups on Facebook, and you wouldn't believe the amount of abuse I got. All I was saying was, this is the incident that's happened to us last night, and people were just going at us.
It's your own fault.
Yeah, it's your own fault for having a motorhome.
It's your own fault parking in a car park, even though it's a designated...
It's a motorhome stop. And do you know who was worse for this abuse? Women.
Hello.
Well, sorry about that. I know it's not going to make any difference to you because I'm just going to splice the two videos together. It was just a phone call because we're having carpets fitted in the motorhome tomorrow. Talking of which, carpets. Why do they leave an inch gap all the way around these carpets? What a stupid idea. So anyway, where were we? Yes, abuse. People on Facebook that can just start an argument from nowhere. I don't understand why, and I don't understand how. If someone posts something like the sky is blue, I don't immediately feel the need to start screaming at them, questioning their parenthood, tell them it's their own bloody fault for having eyes. It's just ridiculous. But like I say, the worst abuse was coming from women of a certain age who probably read the Daily Mail. I will say no more on the matter.
You're probably going to get abuse on here from
Yeah, well,
Daily
I don't
Mail
care
readers.
So anyway, so since then, I bought some cameras, which I'm going to put on the side of the motorhome, so at least we're going to have some CCTV. And I really want a baseball bat with some nails in, but apparently you're not allowed, or guns. Although I did get one recommendation from someone who said, although for shotguns and such like you need a license in this country, for a starter pistol you don't. And they really do have an effect of scaring the bejesus out of people. Would you believe the phone's bloody going again? Right, I'm going to end this video here. I'll see you on the next one.